It's released. It's public. The 2022-2023 Jasper Arts performing season has been announced. Joining us in the studio is Kyle Rupert. He is the Executive Director for the Jasper Arts Commission. And welcome, Kyle, to the show. What a terrific season you're going to have.
We're so excited. There are a dozen amazing artists that are going to be performing here in Jasper and in various places. And it's going to be really good to get 12 shows in for a season. Knock on wood. It's going to happen. We're going to make it happen. But the lineup is incredible. Getting to this point has been an interesting process. But we're very excited about what's going to come starting in September.
Because of what happened with COVID, everybody's schedules got really messed up, so you couldn't just book people like you did before. It was a little more of a challenge. Let's start talking about who you're actually going to be bringing.
Yes, yeah. So I think that, for those who don't know, we have our shows divided up into 4 different segments or series. We have our main stage series. Those are shows that utilize the full auditorium, the full Jasper Arts Center. Usually they're bigger shows, more notable artists. Then we have our backstage series, which is more of a house concert feel where you sit on stage with the artist, no more than maybe 15, 20 feet away. And those are really intimate performances, a lot of storytelling involved there too. And then we have our Live at the Astra series where we rent out the Astra for 3 performances. Those are a little more upbeat, a little maybe edgier, a little more contemporary performances. And then we bring in a family show, something that's really geared towards all ages, but definitely something that's great to bring kids and grandkids to as well. The biggest show of our season is definitely going to be the Sarah Evans performance on October 22nd. We've been kind of circling those waters for a few years, and when it looked like it was going to work out for this season, we were thrilled. So we're very excited about Sarah Evans, multi-platinum. She's got a new album coming out. She's been doing a fun series online where with her closet. So we're over the moon.
And with her, you're going to have a separate sort of a thing with a VIP package.
Yeah, so I can't release too many of the details right now, but when individual tickets go on sale in August, there will be a separate VIP opportunity as well, limited VIP opportunity available as well.
So Sarah Evans, a great country artist, old and new alike, that will really enjoy her performance.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's October
22nd.
Really, your season starts in September?
Yeah, so it's going to start at the end of September. September 25th is our first performance, and then it'll actually run all the way through mid-April. So we've got usually a couple of performances every month. But at the beginning and the end, there's only one in September, one in April.
Okay, well, let's talk, I guess, about the 4 different sections that you have.
Yes.
And for people to know, you can buy backstage tickets, or you can buy Astra tickets, or you can buy Performer Series tickets, or the family show, or you can buy all 12, or at some point, individual tickets go on sale for the shows.
Correct.
So just know that there's a variety of ways you can buy tickets.
Yep.
The more tickets you buy,
the less it is per ticket.
Yes.
Right, yeah, there is an economy of scale there. If you get the grand package, which is all 12 shows, you're going to be paying less per ticket than you would if you just bought tickets to one show.
Okay, let's talk about the Performer Series, which is really kind of the anchor for what the arts has been performing here in Jasper. Yeah. Sarah Evans, is she the first one?
No, she's the second one.
Okay.
Probably the most notable. But really, if you depending on your interests, all of the artists that we have coming on our main stage series are all notable in their areas of the field. So the first performance is actually by a company called the Reduced Shakespeare Company. They've been around for many, many years. They really came onto the scene and became really popular with their show, The Complete Works of William Shakespeare Abridged. And that was a show where they took all of Shakespeare's plays and they condensed them into one. Very funny troupe. It's 3 actors. The show we're having them perform is called Hamlet's Big Adventure, and it's a prequel to Hamlet. So, Hamlet starts off after an event has already occurred. We meet characters along the way, or characters who have since passed are talked about and discussed, but we really don't get any of that context, or we don't get much of it. So this show is a comedy that explores what happened leading up to what we know as Hamlet today. So it's very funny. 3 actors that perform the show. If you love Shakespeare, it's a great performance. If you hate Shakespeare, it's a great performance because they poke a lot of fun at Shakespeare and his work along the way too. So that's a great show. That's September 25th. Then of course we talked about Sarah Evans.
Right.
And then in December we have the a cappella group Rockapella coming to do a holiday performance. For those who may recall, if you go back and look at the old television show Carmen Sandiego, they did the theme for that show, and they were the house band for that show for a number of years, and that's really where they came into mainstream consciousness, if you will. But they've been performing for years and years and years now, and a lot of a cappella groups today can trace a lot of their interest back to rockapella.
I have to tell you about something about them. I just recently, like just a couple of months ago, ran across a cassette tape that I had in a box somewhere of rockapella. It was one of their cassette tapes because when the kids were little, we used to listen to that all the time when we took trips. So Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? But it's their other stuff I thought was always better. Yeah,
they've got a really great discography, and to have them come in and do a holiday show December 4th. Is going to be fantastic, and that's right in where the traditional Tannenbaum Days event have been happening. So we're very excited to have them come in and perform in Jasper. Moving forward, we have another theatrical production by a group called the Acting Company. They have for years put on incredible productions. These are professional actors. Rainn Wilson, who played Dwight Schrute in The Office, speaks very highly of them, as do so many other people. But they're bringing in a production of The Three Musketeers, which we're very excited about. Of course, that's a classic, and to see this brought to the stage is going to be fantastic. For theater lovers out there, it's going to be a really great performance. It is on February 5th. Which is a Sunday, but it is a matinee, so it's going to be in the afternoon, so it's not going to be as late of a night. So we're very excited about that opportunity. And then we end the main stage series with 2 Broadway stars, Mandy Gonzalez, who originated the role of Nina in The Heights on Broadway, which was a Tony Award-winning production, written and produced by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and then Javier Munoz, who was basically Lin-Manuel's understudy throughout Hamilton. And then when Lin-Manuel left Hamilton, Javier was the first person to step in and fill those shoes. So he's been working with Lin for a very long time. They're both incredibly talented Broadway actors and performers, and they have a show called Hitting New Heights, where they come together and they sing selections from In the Heights and Hamilton and Wicked, which Mandy played. She was Elphaba for many, many years in productions. And actually, Mandy just got done within the last year playing Angelica Schuyler in Hamilton on Broadway. So a lot of Broadway power coming in with those two, and that's going to be in April, on April 15th.
And that wraps up the main stage series.
Yes, that's just one series.
Okay, and that's just, one. Okay, now let's talk about the Backstage series.
Backstage series. So like I said, this is a really fun series because it's really intimate. You're on stage with the performers, with the artists. We've got an interesting backstage series this year. Our first production, our first show is one called Letters Aloud. This particular production is called All Our Best. And what this company does is they take letters, handwritten letters, written by ordinary folks, celebrities, and others, politicians, you name it. And in this particular case, they really focus on times of struggle. So the show is actually called All Our Best, Perseverance in the Time of Struggle. And so it's got letters from the 1918 flu pandemic. It's got letters from civil rights activists and other times in history where people have gone through times that have been difficult and how they persevered. And so you've got, again, professional actors who, accompanied by a multimedia presentation or aspect, are reading these letters. So it's not just some random person that we pull off the street that's reading a letter. Like, these are professional actors who are adding that storytelling element to the production. And just, coming off hopefully the tail end of this pandemic, it felt really timely to have a production like this in the age of 240 characters on Twitter that you could write sitting anywhere. We don't have to mention specific places. It just seemed like letter writing is like, that's a very intentional and thought out process of communicating. So we're very excited about that show. Invoke is a string quartet, not just any old string quartet. They do put their own spin on classics and original compositions. So we're very excited about having them. I'm sorry, I didn't mention Letters Aloud is on Friday, November 4th, and Invoke is on Saturday, January 21st. But they're incredibly talented musicians. They play a wide range of music. The specific program they're bringing is going to be incredible, and they're very personable. And then we end the backstage series with a pianist named Robin Spielberg, who has actually performed in Jasper many, many years ago. So we're excited to bring her back. And along with her performance, we're actually going to be doing some music therapy work in the community as well. So we're excited. Anytime we can get artists into the community, we're very excited about that. So we're looking forward to that, and that's our backstage. And
then let's go move to the Astra.
The Astra, I love the Astra Theater so much. It's such a fun vibe, and what we're able to present there is always a blast. There's always so much energy around those performances. Our first production that we're bringing to the Astra is on Saturday, October 15th. It's a jazz band called the Queen's Cartoonists, and what's really neat about their production is they play jazz music that underscores old cartoons. So you've got old cartoons playing up on the screen, which means we get to utilize the movie theater aesthetics that the Astra has, and we've got a live jazz group on stage that's playing along with that. So you've got a lot of things going on. They're very funny. The cartoons are funny. And then you've got live music accompanying it. And so for a venue that was built originally in the 30s and bringing this element to it, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're really excited about that show. Go ahead. Yeah.
What's neat about that is that's really the way they would put music and sound effects to those cartoons and those movies way back in the day, was a live band watching that cartoon as it was going, adding those, so you can kind of get that element of how it's done.
Yeah, yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then on November 19th, which is Chris Kendall-Mart, we've got the Second City, who's known for their satire and their sketch comedy. They're coming in to do a show called Jingle Bell Ruckus. So it's going to be a holiday-themed comedy show that they're going to come in and do. And they came in March of 2020, right before the pandemic hit, and did just a general show that sold out, and that was a lot of fun. So we were excited to be able to get them back in to the Astra Theater, and it's going to be a funny night. It's going to be a great way to kick off the holidays, for sure. And then we fast forward to February 18th, and we've got a Canadian artist, singer-songwriter coming in who goes by Royal Wood. And he has, iTunes Artist of the Year, a ton of Juno Awards, which is a big award in Canada. And he's just an incredibly talented singer-songwriter. He's someone who's been on our radar since like 2018. It's just never really worked out to where we've been able to get him to come in. And this season it worked out. He was available, we were looking, and the timing was perfect, so we were able to bring him in. So it's going to be a duo. It's him and a cellist that'll play along with him. But it's going to be a really great evening of music from an incredibly talented singer-songwriter.
And then you also do a family show.
Yes. This family show is going to be bananas. Dragons and Mythical Beasts. It's an adventure quest where the audience gets to be the hero, and this features huge puppets. I hate using the word puppets. I wish there was a better word, because these things are incredible. Unicorns, dragons, there are fairies, there are trolls. I mean, these things are incredible to look at, and the way that the artists move them, I mean, it's as if they're lifelike and as if they're alive, and we're so excited to be able to bring a show like that to the Jasper Arts Center. That show is going to be on March 26th. It's also a matinee, which March 26th is a Sunday. The audience gets to be the hero. There's interaction. Some kids will be able to go up on stage. I mean, it's going to be a really fun show.
Well, it sounds like you've got a great lineup. We have Kyle back almost monthly to talk. So if you miss something and think, oh no, I missed something, we'll have you back to talk more about it. But the best thing to do is, first of all, get a hold of one of these little booklets, which shows all the shows. You have order forms in there, prices, dates, all of that, as well as some of the visual art events and other events. So these books are available at the Art Center, all around town. We even have a few here at the studios. So pick up one of these books, or call the Art Center, or visit your website, which is jasperarts.org.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Kyle, thank you very much. We really appreciate you coming in. Get your tickets now. The season is out and about. So you're selling season tickets now, and then at some point, individual tickets go on sale.
Yeah, so new series purchases. So if you've never had a series before and you don't have anything to renew, those will start in July, and then individual tickets will go on sale August 1st.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much. Kyle Rupert has been our guest here on 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.